guys, my name is Devanshi and welcome to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a long time since I've posted a video on YouTube. The last time I posted was when it was literally around the corner and I couldn't gather the strength to edit those videos because I'm very bad at such skills. So I decided to drop YouTube, and now that the results have been released, and now I'm a bit sure that I can socialize. It was like my hibernating period. After exams I do take a lot of time to hibernate, to take care of myself, beauty, sleep, everything. Now that I am okay, I've recharged, I want to talk to people. So this is my way of talking to people. So do let me know how you guys are and how was your result and what all branches that you want to take. As far as I'm concerned, I scored a rank of about, like, I'll just give an approx rank because counselings have not yet started and I just don't want to, let it all out in the open at the starting itself. I do want to keep a bit of mystery. So yeah, my rank is in the early 2000s, and as far as my branch is considered, I'm confused. I don't know what kind of branch I want, so that's why I am still deciphering all my interests and wasting a lot of time. And thankfully counseling is being a bit delayed. Maybe it's a part of God's plan, I don't know. So yeah, the motive for making this video is that GTs and how I improved my GT scores, how I reviewed my GTs, what all subjects I did from which all sources. All that is a secondary thing, because everybody's way of studying we may not resonate with my way of studying. So that is a very personal thing. I can tell you what I have done, but that may not resonate with you. But I will be telling about how I studied and how I strategized my way, but in the subsequent videos. For today, I think I want to be talking about a very big issue, is that when do you feel that you have to take a decision for dropping. Because last year I scored a rank of about 25k, and that time I was very much satisfied with my rank because I wanted a non-clinical branch and I was interested in pathology. So I thought that it was enough for pathology and I can easily get pathology in KGMU, because that is I have UP quota. So I thought of taking that, but as the counseling got delayed, I started to introspect and I felt that I am not ready to go to college just yet. I wanted to stay at home, work on my mental health, my physical health, and I wanted to satisfy that inner child of mine that wanted a rank within 5,000s or 10,000s. So my reason for dropping was simple. I wanted a good rank. I didn't know what branch I wanted back then. I don't know what branch I want now. But I am clear that at least the motive that I had was scoring a acceptable rank according to my standards, and I think that I did that. So it was just an attempt to improve my confidence. So that's what you have to do. You have to write in a paper, take a paper and write down what and why do you want to take a drop. No, don't ask anybody, because when I was planning to take drop, everybody told me ki your reason for taking a drop is very stupid. People won't validate you anytime. Even if you score rank 1, they will just forget about you. True, but for me a rank was important because I had just lost my ability to study and to keep up with my batchmates in my MBBS due to personal issues, and I wanted to dissolve that image of mine from my mind. Most of us have not studied in our MBBS, let's be truthful. I didn't study at all in my MBBS, and I didn't want to go to PG with that mindset ki I have just survived MBBS and now I'll just have to survive PG. I wanted that thought to come from my heart ki yaar, I have to do something good. I don't want to do anything just out of necessity or just for the sake of doing it. So I wanted to gain back my fire which I had during my NEET UG preparation. So that was my main motive. As far as drop year is considered, see, people have different motives. If you didn't score a good rank, or if you didn't are not getting a branch according to your desire. Now people do say that it's wrong to take a drop in today's economy, in today's competition, but let me be clear कि competition is increasing every year, but so is your ability to retain stuffs, so is your ability to decipher more and more concepts. So if the competition is increasing, then you are the part of that competition, and you are at a top, at a higher level than many others. So why do you want to put yourself down by considering ki if competition is increasing, then I am not the one who's going to be increasing that competition for others. Why would we want to be at the bottom of the ladder when we are fully capable of being at the top most? So that's one approach that you should have in mind before taking a drop. The second thing is that people do take a drop, 1 year drop, 2 year drop, and it does not matter at the number of drops that you take, as long as you don't try to improve your personal situation. When I took a drop, I was suffering from a lot of anxiety. Now I know many of you will suggest that try to take deep breaths and start to exercise and jog and do meditation, but let's be honest, we as doctors know that all these things don't help. What helps is medicine in the long run. So I started to suffer from a lot of anxiety after taking a drop year, not because of the drop year pressure as such, because I was not that much pressured because of the drop year. It was because of certain issues that I had within myself, which I may get back to you after I stop discussing about neet pg havoc. So yeah, so I had many other issues, because of which I decided that I think it's right time to take a medicine. So I started meds and I started working on my mental health, and that's when I realized that this is the right way to go about. I didn't want my personal life and my mental health to be a hindrance in what I had to achieve within the next few months. You cannot solve everything at the same time. If you think कि घर का माहौल is very toxic and still you want to stay at home and challenge yourself by studying, or if your parents are forcing you to join a job as an MO and then study, let's be clear, it won't help. At some point of time, we are all 25, 26, 27 to 30 years old. Nobody has to rule over us. Nobody can, not even your parents can. If you think that you can change your personal situations during the drop year, then you should take a drop, because doing the same thing again and again won't yield different results. You have to do something different and out of the league so as to attain a different result this time. And that difference might be because your personal life is not going very good. Most of the friends that I have had breakups or family issues. So all these things do affect your ability to study. I too used to fight a lot with my parents. I used to fight a lot with my dad. Elder daughter situations. So what I did was I went back to my hostel. I stayed in my hostel for 2 to 3 months, and when I started getting bored of that place, I came back home and I told my parents that I need my time. I don't want any kitch pitch in the house. I am taking my medicines. My parents are against psychiatric medicine, but I told them clearly that this is my choice and I'm not going to listen to anyone. If you want me to get selected, you have to let me do it in my own way. Rather than listening to people just because they're elders, I think that we should take the steering wheel of our life in our own hands. So if you want a better result in the drop year, you have to do something different. पढ़ाई सब कर रहे हैं, क्वेश्चंस एवरीबडी इज सॉल्विंग, जीटी सब कर रहे हैं, बीटीआर तो सब कर ही रहे हैं, टीएनडीज भी सब कर रहे हैं. देयर इज समथिंग डिफरेंट. मे बी द वन हु इज गेटिंग top rank is having a better personal mind and ability to manage different situations better than me. So I need to recognize that what I am lacking and what my personal situations are lacking. It's not you always. Sometimes it's the place where that you live in. If you can't handle being at home, then I would suggest you to join some library and stay away from all the kitch pitch. If your boyfriends or girlfriends are irritating you and draining your energy, I would suggest you to block them, because it's not worth it in the long run. Let me be honest. I am a borderline personality disorder, and nobody understands breakups more than me and how breakups ruin you. But the it's all worth it in the end if you let them go. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So just studying is not what makes a person get a good rank. It's how you manage your personal life and how you create boundaries, even with your parents, even with your siblings. Your parents may force you to join a job as a medical officer, but it's very difficult for max. Exceptions are not rules. There have been many videos about people who have joined jobs as MOs, and they have scored really good ranks, and kudos to them. But let's be real, the amount of people who join as MOs and then come out on the other side are very few than those who don't. So better to stay in a comfort zone and study, because while doing your job it's very difficult to manage studies. Plus there's another psychological factor that I've considered, because even I had a bond job in my state. So I felt that when you're receiving money every month, 1 lakh के आसपास 80,000 1 lakh, then that subconscious inside you won't let you study that hard, कि पैसे तो आ ही रहे हैं, and the main motive why we are studying is all पैसा. Let's be honest. So you won't be able to work that much hard. You will just work according to how much you want, because you're already getting what you need. जो पीजी से मिलेगा वो तुम्हें अभी भी मिल रहा है, बट वॉट यूर गेटिंग नाउ इज़ नॉट परमानेंट. ये मैक्स टू मैक्स 2 साल की होती है, बट पीजी इज़ लाइक इट्स एन इन्वेस्टमेंट. सो आई रैदर सजेस्ट यू दैट ये जॉब वॉब 3 साल ऐसा कुछ नहीं हो जाएगा, मतलब 3 साल के अंदर, मतलब एज इन 1 year ड्रॉप के अंदर ऐसा कुछ नहीं हो जाएगा. You will be earning for 3 years, and that'll be something like an investment. So if your parents forced you to join a job, you have to take charge of your own life rather than listening to your parents, listening to your relatives. And it's tough, but it's needed. Nobody cares unless and until you take a charge of your life. So yeah, don't join a job as MO. That is like the worst thing you can do. But if you can manage it, then kudos to you. I am no one to tell anything. It's just my perspective. Now when it comes to sources, before sources, there's one other thing that I want to share, is that don't talk to people. Don't talk to your friends during this time. Try to stay away from people who have already gone to the other side and are already doing PG. It's not because of jealousy. It's because when you try to talk to people, a part of you will start to put yourself down. This is how a subconscious works. When you try to listen to people's problems, or when you try to talk to people who are already successful, you will ultimately try to demean yourself. And this is not what you need right now. 1 साल की बात है. All you need is pseudo confidence. Make it till you break it. All those kinds of big quotes. Talking to people who are already doing better than you won't help you in any way. It will just demean you. It will just lower your confidence. While preparing, I am not even ashamed to tell you, but I had blocked every single friend of mine. I had fought with everyone, and I kind of am proud of that, because I can't manage human relations very easily. I wanted that space for myself. So rather than worrying about how people are talking to you or how your batchmates are enjoying, or your best friend has blocked you, you should rather worry about only one thing, that is your exam. Because पीजी में जाके नए दोस्त बन जाएंगे. यू डोंट, फ्रेंडशिप इज़ नॉट नेसेसरी. इट्स जस्ट अ पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ. फ्रेंडशिप इज़ नॉट समथिंग दैट यू हैव टू डू. You get friends and then you lose them, and that's just a part of life. Let's not be too over emotional. Let's not be over emotional regarding every single thing in life, because you can either be emotional or you can either be practical, and this time we have to be practical in the drop year. The other thing that I wanted to say is, many of my friends who were taking a drop were considering it कि यार 1 साल है, बस 1 साल के अंदर तो बस पूरी की पूरी पढ़ाई करनी है, उसके बाद तो लाइफ सेट है. Stop considering it as something which is a do or die situation. as in कि it might be a do or die for you, but don't put too much pressure on yourself कि ये करना ही है, because that will just ruin your confidence. It will put too much pressure on your brain, and our brains can't work well in such a kind of pressure. Keep your plans open, consider it as a part of taking knowledge. कि मैं पढ़ रही हूँ to gain knowledge, you keep on studying rather than worrying कि रिजल्ट क्या होगा. You have to keep on studying. If you think कि यार ये तो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट साल है, मुझे इस तरीके से पढ़ना है, ये पैटर्न करना है, ये शेड्यूल फॉलो करना है, you'll end up effing things up. At the end of the day, the one who is easy going will do better than the one who is taking a lot of stress. So rather than taking stress, try to, instead of catastrophizing the situation कि drop, try to minimize it by saying कि यार सिर्फ drop ही तो है, it's not even a drop, I'm taking time for myself. Tell it to others कि I'm taking time for myself, I want rest. 5 साल 6 साल MBBS करने के बाद I'm not in the position to start a PG, and just tell them to F off. That's how you should take drop year as. A drop year is not supposed to be the end of the world, because if you consider it as the end of the world, it will become the end of the world, and that's not how things are supposed to be. We are doctors, and this journey is very long. You can't consider every single exam, every prof, every viva as some end of the world kind of a thing, because it's impossible to handle that much of pressure. That's why doctors get burnt out so easily, because we put too much pressure on ourselves to do good, and we consider everything as a matter of death and life. It is not supposed to be like that. At the end of the day, you are also humans. So just consider drop year as an investment on yourself. That is how you should take it, not as something which you are being forced to take. And if you're not ready for that, better take any branch, because if you're good, you can do good in anything. That's the truth. तो इसलिए अगर आप अपनी पर्सनल लाइफ को चेंज करे बिना 24 आवर्स भी पढ़ रहे हो ना, तो भी सिलेक्शन इज़ डिफिकल्ट, बिकॉज पर्सनल लाइफ हैज़ टू बी चेंज. Your mental status has to be changed. That is the thumb rule. You can't just keep on doing the same thing and expect something different. So yeah, these are the kind of rules that I thought I wanted to share with you guys regarding drop year. So if you are considering drop year, do let me know your queries so that I can, I'll try to answer them in my own brutal way, in my own way, because I'm trying to become practical day by day. There's no point in becoming emotional. It's just a drop year, and if at all you're getting a chance to take a drop year, just ask this question to yourself: can I handle and change a part of my personal life? पढ़ाई तो सब कर ही लेंगे ड्रॉप ईयर में, टाइम होता है, सब करते हैं. You have to do something different, and that different would be changing your personal life, changing your relationship with yourself, working with yourself. And I think I can help you with that, because I have done that. I have taken meds, I have taken therapies, I have worked on myself. I even started joining gym, because if I can't work on myself, who am I to work on my career? Like, my first priority should be me. So yeah, do let me know your queries, and thank you for bearing with me. So bye.